like me. State of mind is always moving on.
What do you think about the looks of this car? Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? Is it Mercedes? Is it Audi? Nope. It's a Volkswagen. Haven't we all been there? Brainwash. So what do you say? We keep an open mind and put all these stories to bed and take a drive. Time to measure 0 to 100. So I'm going to put you into sport mode, turn on GTE, which is the electric boost. What else can I do to cushion my ego? It appears absolutely nothing. So que sera, sera. Foot on the brake, foot on the throttle. Let's warm you up a little bit. Ugh. It's not revving very much. Are we going? I think we are. Just now. So the declared 0 to 100 is 7.8 seconds and I am, let's see, 8.05. Yes. It is what it is, I'm afraid. It's still pretty quick. I mean, it's not a small car. The top speed is 222, which is 222 kilometers an hour.
Wanted to end it all quickly. Lately you're making me choke.
So let's get the numbers out of the way. So this is a plug-in hybrid, and under the bonnet I've got a 1.4 litre turbocharged petrol engine, which is combined with electric motor, and the total power that's being produced is 218 horses and 400 newton meters of torque. We've got a 13 kilowatt hour battery, which you can easily charge at home just using a regular socket. It will take you about 5 hours, but if you've got one of those wall boxes, it will take you only 3.5 hours. So very easy and convenient. This car is ever so comfy, despite the fact that I am riding on rather large 19-inch alloys. Their suspension takes care of everything. Bumps, potholes, imperfections, and by the way, adaptive dampers do come as standard for all plug-in hybrids Arteons. As you trot around town on electric only, this car is extremely quiet, very relaxing, and when the temperatures are mild outside, you will get about 60 kilometers range, which is about 38 miles. And this, in today's plug-in hybrid market, is a solid average. So today I brought a little friend on board with me named Carly. Can't afford real life yet. No, just messing with you. Carly is an OBD scanner made by a company in Germany, Onboard Diagnostics. So let's begin by plugging it into OBD ports. Okay. Let's turn the ignition on. You can turn the ignition on, that's enough, or you can turn the engine on. Go to my phone to connect it to my app. Now you can download the Carly app on both your iPhone or your Android. And then we're going to click connect. It's going to take a minute or two to run a check. Now, why would you need an OBD scanner? Is it just a gimmick? Well, not quite. Let's say you're in the market for a used car. You want to run a quick check to make sure you're not buying a pig in a poke. Make sure that the car is not having any dodgy history, because guess who's going to be paying for the dodgy history? You guessed it, is you. Or let's say you're selling your own car and you want to reassure a buyer and have a little bit more negotiating power. That's right. You can run the report, you can send it to the buyer in a PDF, brilliant. Or simply, you want to keep your own car healthy between the services. Because you know how it goes, when we go to the doctors because something is wrong, it is usually a little late. Better be safe than sorry. Right, let's have a look what Arteon is up to. So it is generating vehicle insights, okay. Now the way it works, you purchase an annual subscription with Carly. There are two different options, right? And you can unlock one brand or you can unlock all brands. Just for the Volkswagen, I was checking yesterday, it costs about 60 to 70 pounds per year and you get the adapter for free. They're always running some promos, so you just have to keep up to date. So just to give an idea of what it checks transmission, it checks ABS brakes, it checks airbags, air conditioning, battery charger, Head-up display. By the way, I thought that this car is not being spec'd with a head-up display. Well, I was wrong. It is spec'd with a head-up display. It's just not working because Carly has told me. So I have to notify service about this problem. It's a brilliant tool. Yes, they are sponsoring today's video. I gotta pay my bills, you see. But you know, I don't promote rubbish. I only promote good stuff. I'm gonna put the link to Carly in the description box below. Have a look. It is actually a very, very useful tool. Well, being a passenger in Arteon isn't too shabby. So I have adjusted the front seat for my height, which is just over 1.7 meters, 5'7", and look at this legroom. In fact, I can just stretch my legs and relax. A very, very good headroom. What about the middle seat? Well, you've got this big hump here on the floor, so it's not ideal. It is an emergency seat, but good enough for a child. But you have this beautiful soft Alcantara here and frameless windows, both in the back and in the front. So when you look at this car, a big boot space is probably not one of the things which come to your mind. So what will the story be? Well, let's have a look. We have 563 liters of space. The shape of the boot is very practical. You can easily fit in long items. And of course, if this is not enough space, you can fold the back seats down to carry all the clutter that you need. Moral of the story, never judge a book by its cover. And that is enough about the boot. But even as you hop on the motorway and pick up quite a bit of speed, the comfort does not disappear. There's virtually no tire noise, no wind whistle. You activate adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist. Both systems, by the way, work really well. And as you know, even in today's world, they can sometimes be a bit of a hit and miss. This is such a chilled, smooth, absolutely brilliant long distance cruiser. And a very cheap one for that matter. I have not charged my battery for several hundred kilometers and I'm still averaging about 6 liters. And this is exactly what I want to see from plug-in hybrids. Not acting like a Dyson vacuum cleaner, sucking your petrol. And today's petrol prices, oopsie daisy. This has a fuel tank which will give you a range of 800 to 900 kilometers.
Crashing in the day, blooming in the bright nights.
Onto visibility, I can see clearly here. There's no blind spot in the front. Now, because of the swooping roofline, this car is looking very hot, but very often cars of this shape can have a limited rear window visibility. It's not the case here. The rear window is big enough, I see everything. I have, of course, a good camera to support my parking actions. This car's easy to maneuver in and out of car park, by the way. The steering has got a natural feel about it. It's not too heavy, it's not too light, but it does have a good response. Now, we are a little bit heavier here because of batteries versus the combustion engine Arteon, but it doesn't seem to have put any strain on handling whatsoever. This car sits flat, it's planted around the corners, it doesn't lean, it's very actually good at handling. I'm not going to slow down around the corner, there you go. No problems at all.
Still got your pearls hanging by my bedside.
Okay, let's have a look at this gorgeous cabin, shall we? The quality of the materials, the fit and finish is excellent. Good driving position. I like these seats, they're very comfortable. They also have seat massage, so I'm going to activate it. That'll keep me a bit more relaxed and at ease. Probably I will complain less. I've got Alcantara running all the way down here, which got me thinking. I personally prefer Alcantara to leather seats in most cars, simply because it's much more practical. It means no hot and sweaty bottom in the summertime and no cold bottom in the wintertime. Win-win. Let's jump straight into practicality. Large blower test. You can easily fit that in the door bin. You can pop that bottle in here, and if you're not using it, you can close this pocket. More storage space down here. 2 USB-C ports. I mean, you gotta give it to Volkswagen. They always nail it with the storage space. Proper German car. How's the glove box? It's a big size, excellent. Wireless mobile charging. Oh, I like this seat massage. Okay. Okay, you can close this pocket as well so that nobody sees who's texting you, what are they texting you. So your secrets remain just that, secrets. I like the steering wheel, good quality leather. It feels really good in your hands. Shortcut buttons on your steering wheel. These do appear to be a bit of a mumbo jumbo to start with, but I promise you, with a bit of time and a lot of patience, you will get your head around it and you'll start to appreciate it. Okay, digital driver's display. You can change the layouts. It's sporty, classy, minimalistic, whatever your heart desires, Volkswagen gives it to you. Okay, moving on. Oh, you've got a little tiny pocket, cute. Plenty of smart storage. Yes, you've guessed it. This is my cloth to clean this beautiful screen. Unfortunately, it does get a little bit dirty. Especially, I'd like to keep my hands moisturized regularly so that they do not get too old too quickly. Okay, I've got to preserve myself like a tuna in a tin. So the system itself is easy, straightforward, very quick to respond to your fingers. Let's have a look at the graphics. These are crisp, crystal clear. Oh, here's a luxury liquid boutique. Lotus, a petrol station. Nice, cool, very cool. Okay, you can of course plug in your iPhone on your Android, and you don't need a cable. You can do it wirelessly. Excellent. The volume control is, you don't have physical knobs here, so you have this slide and touch, which can be a little bit distracting when you are driving. But we have discussed this Volkswagen, and I have clearly expressed my opinion on this. We'll leave it at that. Down here, you've got climate control. It's the same story. It's slide, it's press. Although when you have it separately here with a panel, it's a little bit easier than having this tiny panel that is in other cars. It's probably a bit more premium, so it's a little bit easier. Still, it's not ideal, but hi. We will live with that. Okay. Overall, the cabin. Personally, I would probably go for a different color, but it's still beautiful. I mean, it just shows you black can be beautiful. It's a little bit too bright, but I'll try to show you when it gets a little bit too dark. The ambient lighting is beautiful. It's just, if this cabin feels so luxurious, so premium when you're going at night, I love it, absolutely love it.
Sleeping in the car, blame it on the moonlight.
I've got a 6-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox, 6 gears, nice and simple. The gearbox is quick, it is smooth. Actually, it is this good that you don't even think about it at all. You've got the paddle shifters, but other than mountain driving, why would you bother with paddle shifters in a car of this nature? Let's check the acceleration. So I'm driving just in a comfort mode, I'm gonna floor it. There's a bit of a delay, but then it picks up nicely. But let's switch to sport mode. For Dan, much better. The electric motor gives it a lovely punch. What about the brakes? Accelerate and brake. Oh, these are lovely. They're not too grabby, they're not too soft. They are just right.
Take it all the way, one-way tickets.
So the plug-in hybrid Arteon in the R line starts from £43,000 in the UK. In my opinion, it offers a great value for money. You can register it under company, and being hybrid, you save on taxes. This car is comfy, it drives well, it is very practical, spacious, and if you need more space, you can go for the shooting brake. I have already filmed the shooting brake. I'll put the link to the video somewhere on the screen. You see, what Volkswagen has proven is that just because you cannot afford Audi, Mercedes, BMW, or simply choose not to spend your money on these cars, it doesn't mean that you cannot be refined, classy, and elegant. Quite the opposite. And for those who are saying, well, it is still a Volkswagen, it's not premium enough, let me tell you who's the one that is losing. Yep, you got that right. The Arteon has been my favorite from the day it was launched, and safe to say our love has grown fonder. I think in this exterior paint color, lapis blue, and the R-Line, this car looks absolutely stunning. Yeah, and it is my favorite, still my favorite. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a wonderful day, whatever that you're up to. And I shall see you all very, very soon. Bye.